Hi, my name is Matt from Prioto, and today I want to talk to you about what Prioto is. So the contents for today is an introduction to Prioto. I'm going to give you some examples of how Prioto can benefit your sector. I'm going to explain how Prioto is actually delivered into projects. I'd like to summarize, and then I'll give you some time for some questions and answers. So firstly, what is Prioto? Prioto is a commercial building management solution, providing simple, cost-effective facility management technology. So we believe that a building should improve the user's experience without adding any complexity, and a Prioto system ensures the building is being used as efficiently as possible, reducing your carbon footprint and saving you money. Prioto is split into two different areas. So firstly, there's the hardware element, and secondly, the software element. So for the hardware, what this is essentially the hardware which is installed into the facility to give customers, staff, end users the experience of controlling the building in a simple and intuitive way. On top of this, there's the software element, which is how the building is logging all the data that's happening inside of it, and also the option to have an app or a user interface to control certain aspects of the building. Prioto looks to do four things. So firstly, what it looks to do is improve the control of the building. So it's to simplify the control elements to make sure that it's intuitive for all users. Secondly, what we look to do is automate where we can. So simple and effective automation can take care of some of the tasks throughout the building. From there, we can monitor everything that's happening as well. So what the Prioto system looks to do is to monitor all the various aspects of data coming back from a facility to give facilities management a very clear overview on how the building is being used. This can then be used to alert if there's anything untoward spotted. So for example, if there's a leak or a very low temperature noticed in one of the buildings, we can alert facilities management to this. Prioto is designed to offer something in many different sectors, including retail, the emergency services, multi-site businesses, assisted living facilities, sports facilities, and the hospitality sector. Prioto enhances the care providers' offering by adding discrete monitoring for residents and giving care providers better information on how the building is being used. The benefits are useful for all types of assisted living applications, from elderly care, those living with disabilities, and so on. It can also offer discrete monitoring without the need for cameras, so it can maintain a certain level of independence where needed. So an example of how Prioto can enhance assisted living applications would be monitoring doors. So what we can do with this is monitor front doors or back doors to residences and provide alerts if they're opened at times that we don't expect. So for example, if a front door is opened after 10 p.m, we can send an alert to the duty carer just to go and check that everything is okay. This can also be used to keep a time log of when doors have been opened and closed, which is useful data for the management. These don't have to just be used on access doors. These can be used on internal doors or even on things like medicine cabinets. So we can have door sensors on medicine cabinets, which can alert if the medicine cabinet has or hasn't been opened when we're expecting it to be opened. 37% of care homes can fail on the resident safety. Now, Prioto system can be used to reduce many of these dangers and bring this risk factor down. Another great example of how Prioto can enhance assisted living applications is using one of our Prioto motion sensors. These can be used for many different functions, but the real benefits, in our opinion, are twofold. Motion sensor lighting gives the convenience of automatic lighting. So this can improve residents' safety. So what this means is, as a resident moves into a room, the motion sensor will automatically bring on the lights in that space if it is naturally dark in that area. So this reduces the chance of residents taking a fall or not being able to find the light switch. On top of this, the motion sensors can actually provide information back to facility management or duty carers on residents' movement throughout their space. What this can then be used to do is provide alerts if there isn't movement in more than one space for a set amount of time. So for example, if we haven't monitored that the resident has moved in any other room except the bedroom after a certain time in the morning, we might want to send the duty nurse around just to make sure that they're out of bed and they're up and about. Another great example is monitoring certain home routines and making sure that everything is happening as it should. So using discrete hardware behind certain devices used throughout the home, Prioto can check that the building is being used in a typical manner. Should Prioto detect any irregularities, they can alert duty carers to check on the resident. So examples of how this can be used might be, has the kettle been boiled by a certain time in the morning? Monitoring the energy draw from that plug socket, we can say, right, the kettle has been boiled, so everything's happening as it should. If the kettle hasn't been boiled by 10 o'clock in the morning, for example, we might send an alert to duty care just to go and check on that apartment. Other things we might want to monitor might be the TV. So has the TV been left on for longer than normal? If it has, again, let's make sure that we're checking regularly to make sure everything's okay. There's lots of other things we can monitor through assisted living applications with Prioto. And again, these are all things that will be discussed in the consultation stage of the project. To summarise, Prioto offers many great improvements to assisted living facilities. The Prioto system improves the energy efficiency of the facility, as well as adding many great convenience and comfort factors to residents. Prioto will improve how staff use the building as well, and how staff feel when they're using the facilities. And we can limit the loss of independence for residents of assisted living facilities, all the while reducing energy, reducing your carbon footprint, and saving the care providers money. I would now like to explain to you how Prioto is actually delivered. So for successful project delivery, we will work with you through the 4 key stages of the project. Firstly, consultation. The Prioto team will work with the facilities managers to understand your requirements and provide expert advice on how to maximise the benefits of Prioto. Next, we'll go away and design a system. So we will create a feature specification to explain how the system is going to work and design all the relevant hardware and software parts for this as well. The next stage is going to be the installation. So Prioto have a wide network of skilled installers who will carry out the physical installation of all the required hardware. Any software and IT setup will also be delivered by the Prioto team. From here, we can offer ongoing maintenance. So this is to maintain any of the physical hardware that's installed in the facility, and obviously offer technical support as well to facilities management and users. So to summarise, the Prioto system will reduce your energy wastage, reduce your carbon footprint, and save you money. I would like to open up the floor for any questions that you may have on what we've discussed today. Anyway, thank you for listening. If you have any more questions, please let me know.